What's up, guys? Welcome to Among the Fence. My name is Aaron, and it is time for another new music / metal Friday where we take a look at all of the new releases. Well, I guess not all of the new releases because that'd be a really long video. Where we look at some of the new releases for the week of September 10th. And we got some bangers coming out, and I'm actually pretty excited because I discovered a new way how to film things. So now I will be able to do reaction videos, and I will also be able to do like tier list videos, and it's just gonna be a good time. I'm pretty excited. It took me a very long time, but I'm a freaking genius, so I got it down. So I'm excited for that as well. The main reason why I'm so excited about this is because I find it a little silly for me to do reviews on songs all the time. I still enjoy it. It's just there's not a whole lot of substance for me to really take apart and really dissect like all that much compared to a full-on album. So a reaction just makes a little bit more sense to me. And I promise you guys I'm not going to become a full-blown reaction channel. I'm still going to be primarily doing reviews. And of course, if you guys want me to review a song or whatever, I will still be doing that as well. So there will still be some song reviews. It's going to take me some time to really hone in on this and get confident in doing it, and basically in my editing skills where I can be consistent. So I will still be doing reviews in the meantime until I get it like really figured out, of course. But anyways, let's talk about some new music now. We Came as Romans dropped a new song. Well, it's like a new old song. It's a song that they wrote back in 2015 for their self-titled album. They just haven't released it until recently. It features Caleb Shomo, and it's called Black Hole. I have a love-dislike relationship with this band, where when this band goes hard, they bring so much energy to their music to where I just can't get enough of it. But then they have other songs that are more synth-based, or they incorporate more synth, which those songs aren't really, like, they don't really bug me, but a full-on song where it's just nothing but synth, I just cannot, it just doesn't do it for me. In fact, when I go back and listen to Cold Like War, which I absolutely love that album, I find myself skipping about half of the songs. It's been out for about 4 years now. And yeah, I probably only listened to like maybe 6 or 7 of those songs. And it's not to say I don't like the other songs. I just, they kind of bore me after a while. And I really hope that Black Hole I hope it's a little bit more on their heavier side, a little bit more on their metalcore side. And I hope it's not too metalcore, like New Architects kind of stuff, which I could kind of see We Came as Romans going in that direction as well, too. Signs of the Swarm released their second single titled Death Whistle off of their upcoming album titled Absolver. I haven't listened to these guys a whole lot. I know that they're deathcore, and a lot of people kind of compare them to like Shadow of Intense. I guess it gives me a high expectation when I read things like that on the internet. But honestly, from what I've heard, I'd probably like toss them in the field of like Whitechapel before I compared them to Shadow of Intent. But again, I haven't heard a whole lot. So it's just going off of my opinion from like the maybe 6 or 7 songs I've heard. But that's not like a bad thing. The songs I have heard are freaking awesome, and I'm pretty excited for this album. We get another single titled Brainiac from the band I the Breather. This is one of my favorite bands from like back in the day that made the return in 2020. Unfortunately, I believe the only member to return back from like when they broke up was the vocalist, unfortunately. So all the music is completely different. It's nowhere near how they used to sound, which isn't really a bad thing if it sounded good. But to me, it's kind of boring. Like their last single, Prey, was pretty lackluster, and it became very boring very quickly. But the first couple listens were, I mean, they were pretty decent, but I don't really expect a whole lot from BRAINSIC. I almost feel like their return is more of like a side project, cash grab, kind of just for fun thing, which is totally cool. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but as for like long-term fans and people that love this band back in the day, it just doesn't really do it for us. Inferi releases their new album titled Vile Genesis, and I've been looking forward to this album for a very long time, at least since like they announced it on their Instagram page. And the singles do everything to tickle my technical melodic death metal fancy. And this band seems to, like, they don't get a whole lot of praise and a whole lot of attention. They're still fairly unknown. I actually discovered them just through like a Spotify radio playlist deathcore thing, and I fell in love with them like in the first song. And they just, like, every single album they release, they just get better and better, and I expect this one to be nothing less than absolutely epic. And Vent's Animate popped up on my radar today with a new single titled The Sun Sleeps, and I don't know why, I can't get into this band. Like, they make awesome music, they sound so good, they're amazing musicians, I want to like them, but I just don't. I really hope that this single changes that, just because they kind of fit into the realm of all the other music that I do like Era and August Burns Red and the Breakdown of Sanity. Just a lot of bands that sound like them or like kind of fit into their world of metalcore. And I listened to like Greyview. I listened to like a couple of the songs off of it. I just couldn't do it. I don't know why, but I really hope that this song turns it around for me. Aborted is releasing a new album tomorrow titled Maniacult. I can only assume what that album is going to be about. The pop punk boys, State Champs, released a new single titled Out of My Head. It's got a pretty decent sound to it, but there's also a hardcore band that's fairly new. They're called One Step Closer. They released their third single off of an upcoming album. The song is titled Autumn, it sounds so good. It's like a more melodic Johnny Booth, or maybe even kind of like a Counterparts sound to them. I don't know, but they sound so freaking good. I've listened to Autumn probably like 6 times today at least. So if you're into that hardcore kind of thing, go give them a chance because they're so good. All right, guys, that does it for New Music Friday. Obviously, I didn't get a chance to touch on everything because we would be here for a very long time. So if there's anything that I missed that you're looking forward to, leave a comment below letting me know what it is, or I guess letting all of us know what it is, because we're all here to discover new music. And it'll give us a chance to look out for it. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. If you're into like metalcore or metal reviews that go deeper than like Metallica and Slayer and Iron Maiden and stuff like that, please consider subscribing and ringing the bell icon, that way you don't miss out on any of my future content. And this does a lot to help support me and my channel, and I appreciate it more than you guys could ever imagine. And I hope you guys all have a good rest of your day or night whenever you happen to be watching this, and I will talk to you guys next time.
I was trying to ignorant, kid relying on my parents said to save me. Years gone by.